Do you
Have you
remember that
asked for
time when
forgiveness?
everyone thought they understood
Why
Jesus,
would I when
yet
you said you
almost
wouldn't
nobody
forgive?
truly listened?
It's
He
pointless,
didn't come to start a religion.
Matthew.
He came to expose hearts,
You don't
systems, power,
apologize to be
fear,
forgiven.
and quiet corruption.
You
Jesus walked into
apologize to
Jerusalem
repent.
celebrated by crowds, while leaders watched closely, calculating danger, loss, and control. He flipped tables not out of anger, but because money had replaced mercy inside sacred spaces. That moment sealed his fate, because systems tolerate prayer, but never tolerate disruption of profit and authority. This was never just about blasphemy. It was about influence, power, economics, and who controlled the people. They arrested him at night, away from cameras, crowds, and questions that could spark resistance or rebellion. The trials were rushed, illegal, confused, yet perfectly designed to reach one predetermined conclusion. Rome saw no real crime, but fear of unrest outweighed justice, truth, and innocent blood. So they chose order over truth, silence over courage, stability over righteousness, control over conscience. Jesus was beaten publicly to break his spirit before the cross ever touched his body. The humiliation was intentional because broken men don't inspire movements or threaten empires. The cross was not quick, it was slow suffocation, pain, shame, exposure, and psychological domination. It was a warning. This is what happens when you challenge authority, tradition, and fear-based systems. They placed him between criminals to reduce him to just another failed rebel. The crowd mocked, soldiers gambled, and leaders waited confidently for the movement to die quietly. But something strange happened. Jesus didn't curse them, he forgave them. That single act exposed the difference between power and authority, violence and truth. When he died, the earth shook, but the real earthquake was invisible. A system built on fear had just killed innocence and called it justice. They sealed the tomb, added guards, and declared the story finished forever. But power always assumes death is the end, because it fears what cannot be controlled. Then the resurrection happened, not as myth, but as disruption. Fear lost its grip, death lost its authority, and truth refused to stay buried. Christianity didn't begin with comfort. It began with shock, risk, and dangerous conviction. What really happened to Jesus was a confrontation between love and control. Love won, but it came at the highest possible cost. That is why his story still unsettles governments, systems, and personal beliefs today. Because if he rose, then truth cannot be silenced, buried, or erased. And if he was right, then love outranks law, conscience outranks command, and courage outranks fear. So the real question isn't what happened to Jesus. The real question is what happens when his truth confronts you. Because the cross still asks one dangerous question. When truth costs everything, will you still follow it?